So, hey everyone, my name is Yograj Sikka. I am student of Center for Global Education at Chitkara University in collaboration with Deakin University, Australia. Today I am demonstrating my SD task of SIT 223, which is Professional Development for Engineers. So, in this task sheet, firstly let's discuss about the task sheet. So, this task sheet requires the development of a complete DevOps based application which we had built earlier by integrating all the software stages development life cycles from coding to development and then monitoring stage. The main objective was to build a functional application and automates its build, testing, quality analysis, security checks and deployment using CI/CD pipeline there. So the main objective is to build a functional application and automates our build, testing and etc. So in this project we had done a AI skill to job matcher application which is developed using the Python, which provides APIs such as /help, /match, /matrices to handle application functionality monitoring. So now this task sheet also requires to use version control as well, which is implemented using the GitHub to manage the source code and track the changes made by us to the GitHub by using the push commands. So after that, we had to build a Jenkins pipeline to automate the continuous integration in it, including dependency installations, application build, execution of automated test using PyTest. So the code quality is ensured using Flake 8 and SonarQube. So while security is validated using Bandit and pip audit to detect vulnerabilities in both code and dependencies. So in this we had to build an application which is containerized using Docker to ensure consistent development deployment across environment, and Docker Compose is used to manage the deployment process. So finally we had to build monitor the implemented through the health checks, response time measurement, system metrics to ensure the application meets performance and reliability requirements. So now let's move to the Docker. Now let's move to the another part, which I will show you my GitHub repository. So here is the GitHub repository of mine. So let's discuss this. So as you can see here, I had chosen the project AI skill to job matcher and the career readiness platform. It is a Python Flask web application that accepts a list of skills and matches them against a dataset of job roles. So in this pipeline, I have built for the project covers all the 7 stages in it, and from the which is given in the task sheet. So after that, now let's move on to the another file, which is our main.py. So now let's open this. So as you can see, this is my main.py file. So here you can see many files as well. So this is my main.py file. So as you can see, a GitHub repository which contains all the files for the project. The main application code is in the main.py. The pipeline is defined in the Jenkins file. The Docker file and the Docker Compose YAML handle the containerization in this project, and the test folder contains the 12 automated tests I wrote for this project. So now discuss about the now I will show you the application, how the application actually does before we look at the pipeline. So let's open and show you this. So as you can see, I had run the command here to check its health. So as you can see, currently the jobs loaded there is 10 and the status is okay and the version is 2.0. So this is the custom metrics endpoint I built specifically for monitoring. It is built for monitoring purpose. So as you can see, returns the all the information like thresholds, SLA configuration and all available endpoints etc. to there. So now let's show you my repository and project structure. So I will show you my main.py and check what is in it. So as you can see, I will open my main.py. So this is my main.py. So as you can see, this is my main application file, which is about like maybe 1,000 lines long. So the key part of this pipeline are the 5 API endpoints here. So I had built the 5 API endpoints here. So this is the health endpoint, the match endpoint which does the actual job matching, the metrics endpoint for monitoring, and a job endpoint that lists all the available jobs and stata endpoint over there. So now let's go to the Jenkins file. So this is my Jenkins file. So as you can see, this is my whole Jenkins file. So this is my entire pipeline. It is a declarative pipeline, which means it follows a great structure format that Jenkins can read and execute over there on their application. So as you can see, the pipeline has environment variable defined at very top of it, which I had showed you earlier, and then a series of stages. Each stage does a specific job. So now let's discuss about the test app.py. So this is my test app.py. So in this, all the tests were given over there. So this is my test underscore app.py. So here are the 12 automated tests given there. I have written test for every major endpoints over there, and also for edges cases like what happens when someone sends empty input or invalid data. The test use the PyTest framework, which is very commonly used for Python language or the Python application which we have built earlier. So now let's discuss about the Docker file over there. So here is my Docker file. So as you can see, in my Docker file, it is very simple file. In this, we had started from the slim Python image to keep the final image in the small size. Install all the dependencies, copies application code, then start the Gunicon server, which is production grade web server for us, and which is very good for working in this, working with Python. So the Docker image sets and ends up at the 261 megabytes. Firstly it is of 319 megabytes, but then we had reduced the timing from 319 megabytes to the 261 megabytes, which is responsible size for a Python web application, I think. So now let's move to the Jenkins pipeline, which we had built now. So this is my pipeline. So as you can see, this is my home page. So the Jenkins is currently running on my local machine. You can see on the above localhost 8080. So this is my Jenkins pipeline. It is an automated server that runs the pipeline. It is connected to the GitHub repository. So whenever I push the code over there, it will directly get the code changes and then pick them and then run them automatically on the Jenkins pipeline. So after that, let's discuss about this job or this pipeline which I had built here. So here is my pipeline I had created for this project. So you can see history of all the builds on the left side. As you can see, all my builds are running successfully. So currently we are discussing about the build number 23, which I had made just now. So each build ran over all the 7 stages and completed each and everything. You can see here in the stage view. So now let's discuss about the stage view. I will show you the complete stage view here. So this is my complete stage view. So as you can see, the view show the stage visually. You can see all the stages lined up from left to the right, that are declarative checkout, SCM checkout, install dependency, build, test, code quality, security scan, Docker build, deploy to test, release, monitoring, and declarative post action. All are running successfully. So as you can see, everything is running successfully. You can show. I had done something else. I had also implemented Blue Ocean. I will show you that. I had also implemented here the Blue Ocean plugin, which is to view which is used to view as it looks more professional, and if not, the classic stage view is also fine, but this one looks more better over there. So now let's run the pipeline, or I will show you the pipeline, all the things that are done there. So let's build a pipeline again to show you that the pipeline is currently working or not. Till then we will discuss about this pipeline as well, so the other will be done over there. So this is my console output. I will show you my console output over there. So this is my console output from there, which is from the latest build which I had done there. This shows exactly what the Jenkins ran and what happened at each step of it. So now I will show you each and everything in the pipeline overview so that you will get everything more better. So as you can see, everything is run successfully. So as you can see, everything has run successfully over there. So now let's discuss about the checkout SCM, what it shows. So the checkout stage first wipes the workspace, then downloads the latest code from GitHub. You can see it fetching the specific commit from the main branch, and this guarantees we are building the exact code that we pushed into the GitHub, not the some cached version which is stored before that. We are getting the fresh version from the GitHub directly here to our codes. So now let's discuss about the install dependencies. So these are all the dependencies. I will show you each and every dependency here. So these are the dependencies which we had created a Python virtual environment. Install all the required package. You can see it installing the Flask, Gunicon, PyTest, Bandin, Flake8, and the other dependencies as well. So now let's move on to the build phase. So as you can see, this is my build phase. These are the artifacts built from that. So the build stage compiles all the Python source file using the py3 -m-m compile all that. This is the syntax which checks that the catches any Python error before we run the test over there. So it also creates the build artifacts which records the version number and the build timestamp. So now let's discuss about the test stage here. So this is my test stage. So here you can see all the 12 tests are passed over there which we had built in that file. First, Flake8 checks the code style and reports 0 issues over there. Then the Sonar scanner sends the code to the Sonar Cube for deeper analysis. You can see the analysis was successful over there. So after the scan, the pipeline calls the Sonar Cube API to get the quality gate result and also retrieves the actual metric values for bugs, vulnerabilities, code smells, and coverage over there. You can see everything is running successfully. So now let's go to the security code quality scan and the security scan over there. So these are the same parts, just the difference of their name. They both are checking the quality and the security over there. So as you can see, the security stage is particularly important. First, the bandit scales all the security scans all the 839 lines of the Python code and reports 0 issues over there. And you can see breakdown showing 0 high, 0 medium, 0 low, 0 severity issues, which means there is no issue in it. Then pip audit checks all the installed packages against our known vulnerabilities databases, also reports no vulnerability over there. Both reports are saved as downloadable files in the Jenkins over there. We can download it in the artifacts which I will show you the later on. So now let's discuss the Docker build over there. So this is my Docker build. So as you can see, each and every information is given over there. So as you can see, the Docker build stage builds the container image fresh every time using the no cache flags. So you can see it installing all the dependencies and copying the application data. So my image is 261 megabytes. It is then tagged with the version of 1.0.23, which is the latest and the tagged version over there. So now let's discuss about the deploy stage. So this is my deploy stage. So as you can see, it shows it is just deployed on the stage which starts with the Docker using the Docker Compose and wait it becomes ready. So you can see the container start successfully and is listed as the running port 5000 over there. So now let's go to the monitoring stage. I will show you each and everything in my monitoring stage over there. So this is the port number 5000 which shows each and everything about our project. So this is the monitoring stage, or I will show you. I had got this output over there. So this is my build which I had made earlier using the various things like that. So this is my whole front end and the back end look like. I had deployed it to Netlify to show you something great, so that there will be front end also working over there, because on the local host my front end is not working properly. So I will show you that as well. So this is my website which I had made here. So as you can see, each and everything is monitoring over there successfully, and particularly each and everything is perfectly running. So as you can see, each and everything is working as well. So analyze, so that it has also analyzed each and everything over there, job matches over there, some details over there, resume, DS, roadmap, rejection risk. So as you can see, each and everything is given there. You can also practice some questions like that, like web development get questions. So this is my question, I will answer this question. So they will on based on my answer they will score me. So this is the REST API. They're using some keywords over there. So as you can see, it is 10 out of 100. So it needs more depth to give the answer. So this is not working as much. So this is not the particular answer for this question. So this is all my front end working over there and monitoring over there. So now let's go to the particular web pipeline. So as you can see, all the pipelines are done over there. So now let's discuss about the SonarQube quality dashboard. So I will show you my SonarQube dashboard, which shows each and everything over there. So this is my dashboard. You can see all the security checks are given the A security parts. So here in my SonarQube dashboard for this project, SonarQube analysis code the depth the code and give comprehensive picture of the code quality over there. So there it shows 0 bugs, 0 vulnerabilities, 9 code smells, and the coverage percentage over there. You can see here. You can see each and everything over there is running successfully and showing each and everything particularly and with the full intensity of that. So now let's move on to the what makes the pipeline stand out over there. So I will show you the Jenkins and show you my artifact which I had tell you to show that. So let's go there. So as you can see, we had built the 24 while getting over there. So it had built successfully in the 1 minute and 29 second. So these are my some artifacts which I had made here. So this is my first artifacts which is my bandit report for my Python code. So as you can see, everything is running successfully and the test is result, no issues identified over there. So this is my build info. You can see everything is built successfully over there. So this is my pip audit. So there will be no vulnerabilities found over there. Then there is my release notes. So as you can see, it is released successfully and get a image to the production in the Docker as well. So now let's go to the other parts. So as you can see, everything is running successfully. I had built a complete DevOps application pipeline covering all the 7 stages over there. The pipeline runs fully automatically from a single click in the Jenkins. Let me quickly recap each and every stage over there. So as you can see, I will show you some other things as well, like getting the Docker PS output in the terminal. So let's go to the terminal now. So as you can see, this is my Docker PS output of the terminal, which shows each and everything which is running on the port number 5000. Then there is then above you can see the localhost 5000/health, which is showing each and everything is running work perfectly. Job loaded 10, status okay, version 2.0.0. Each and everything is running smoothly. So this is all my pipeline which runs successfully, and I will show you. I had showed you each and everything as well. So this is my Docker. You can see here each and every image is creating here over here. So you can see everything is working over there. So these are my codes, and this is my structure for the code which I had follow here for making this. So this is my pipeline. I will show you pipeline overview as well. So this is my current pipeline overview which I showed you earlier and which I had run over there. So thank you, have a nice day.